This is Brad. Brad and I have been mates for over 20 years. And this is his bike from 13 years ago. And Brad used to work with me. Actually, part owner of a bike shop we used to own, going back 1,000 years. And we're in Bowen, which is where Brad's just moved to from Brisbane. Bit of a sea change. And Bradley got caught up in life, as we all do. Got busy working, getting married, having a family, all the things we do, and put a little less importance on his health. We were here in Bowen a couple of months ago, and I said to Brad, mate, we should get back on that bike. We should get back into training. You'd love it. And here he is. So this is what happens when you have 13-year-old tyres. We just pumped them up and off we went. And of course the tyre blew out. So the tube was completely ruined. We had a spare tube, but there's no point putting a new tube in that tyre. So the plan was, Brad had a spare tyre at his house, so Amanda and I rode back on our mountain bikes and got the spare tyre while Brad sat there and enjoyed the sunshine. So there's the tyre hanging out the back of my shorts there. And to add insult to injury, the sole fell off his shoe. So, like his tyre, if you don't use something for so long, everything starts to perish and fall apart. So we did fix the tyre, but the shoe we cannot fix. So a very old CO2 and all the rubber on it perishes, and surprise, surprise, that didn't work either. But being smart as I am, when we went back to get his tyre, I grabbed the pump also. So we sorted that out. Now this bike, at first the gears weren't working. The STI levers, Shimano shifters, weren't working at all, but we sprayed it full of silicone and over time it came good again. So it's actually a lovely bike. So a good story about Brad. I coached him to do Ironman back in 2003, I think. He was a little bit lighter and fitter back then, and definitely younger. And he went pretty good. He's a pretty good athlete. He got through Ironman. Here he is trying to take off in too heavy a gear. So let's put that back in an easy gear. Things you forget when you've been off the bike for a while, because we're actually going uphill here. And now he's got to try to take off with one cleat and one non-cleat. It clips in. And off he goes, and for some reason decides to get out of the saddle, and bang, there we go. So again, relearning. Getting back to his Ironman, he had a great Ironman, had a great race, and then he got stuck into mountain biking, and actually was a very good mountain biker. Had a couple of great results, and then, as I said earlier, got caught up in life. So this is where he's living in Bowen, beautiful spot. We drop in pretty regularly. And this is where he got married, that palm tree right there. So Kat, his wife, and Brad love this area. Brad grew up just up the road in Ayr, was about 100k away. And now the second sole's starting to come off his other shoe. So this is getting better by the second. So lots of stops, first ride in a long time. And as soon as we go downhill, because he's on a road bike, he disappears, as you could see. Now yesterday, the day before filming this, we actually went for a swim. Brad's an excellent swimmer. And we swam a kilometre, or he swam a kilometre. So from nothing to swimming a kilometre. I think he did 5 200s. No problems at all. So he still fits in his old cycle kit, as you can see, thanks to Lycra being somewhat stretchy. And I asked Brad, I'm going to do a vid on you, mate. How do you feel about that? And he said, yeah, no worries. So thanks, mate. And I have faith that Bradley will start again. So we went to this coffee shop at the end of the ride, and this gentleman came out and started chatting to us, who'd also just moved to Bowen, and also is an ex-athlete who wants to get back into cycling. So Brad and this bloke swap numbers, and I think they'll start riding again. So there's his soul. So he did most of that ride without that. We hope you like our channel. We love bringing the content to you. How about you shout us a coffee? Link below. So enjoying a nice coffee in the warm sunshine. And Brad doesn't live far from here, about a K&a-half. Ride back to his house. And as we took off, the second sole came off. So now he's got no cleats. I think it's safe to assume those shoes are done. They were bloody good shoes a while back. And here's his new house here in Bowen. Great spot. We parked the van up in his driveway. And Brad, so good to ride with you again, mate. Been a long time. And I really hope you stick to it. So maybe we'll do some follow-up videos and see how he's going, because we're in Bowen 2-3 times a year.
Tell us about the jersey.
So this used to be my old bike shop, Psychological, and we're here at Brad's in Bowen, who I used to work with at Psychological, and he pulled out one of the old sleeveless jerseys from 20 years ago. So old logo, new logo.
If you were around in the Psychological days, drop a comment about something you remember.
Something nice.
Something you remember.